With the service set up, we want to use it in our components. And let's start by using it in our persons component, which is where we need that list of persons. We don't need to add a bindable property here anymore, so we can get rid of that. And instead here, I'll just add my person list again, actually, which is an array of strings, but it's not bindable with add input. But I now want to get my data from the person service, and for that we use that feature called dependency injection, which I mentioned before. We need to tell Angular which dependencies this component has. And we're not doing this through import statements or anything like this, because all of these will be removed in our build step. Remember, all that gets compiled and merged together, so that's not something Angular can read when the code executes. Instead, we add a constructor here to our class. That's a built-in function that will run automatically whenever Angular creates a new instance of this component. So essentially whenever it starts creating the component for rendering. In this constructor, we can accept arguments. And since we will never instantiate this class on our own, but Angular will do this, it's Angular's job to give us all the arguments we expect here. Now, of course, Angular will fail to do so if you want to get anything arbitrary here. But it will succeed if we expect something which is injectable, like our person's service. So here, I can now get, for example, my PRS service. That name is up to you. But important here is that you now add a type definition, which is person's service. And you need to import that from your person's service file. Otherwise, TypeScript doesn't find that type. Now, Angular will actually be able to now resolve this service by that type. It will look if it finds this type, if it knows how to create an object based on that type, and it is able to do so because you marked this class, which automatically also acts as a type, with injectable. So this is how dependency injection works, and now person service is made available here. Only in the constructor though. Now what we can do now is we can set this person list, so this property of this class, equal to person service persons here. So our list of persons we have in the service. If you do that and save everything, you will see your list of persons again.